Before you cut it, make sure you're properly lined up, because if you're not, it's permanent once you cut it. You see how I'm lined up here? But just go down 12 inches. You want to be perfect. Let's make sure we're perfect. See the E? That's not perfect. We gotta be perfect. People look for that. They've never seen a map. Once you've matched it, make sure all of the air is out. If you match it and then start doing this, guess what you're doing? You're moving your seam. So before you finalize this connection, make sure you nail down at least 12 inches to the left of the seam, 12 inches to the right, meaning you've embedded it. Because if you keep pulling on it after you do your seam, you're going to move this. And that's not good. Before you join this sheet to this, make sure you've pushed all of the air out. It all matches here. But what about that? It's not perfect. A little swipe to the left brings it over a 64th of an inch to make it perfect. Now look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's off. See that? No good. A little swipe. Watch this. See the plane is off? Okay, let's make it perfect. Oh. This is off. We got work to do. With a little persuasion, off camera, we got it. Look at that perfection. Look at that. Now we gotta cut it. We're gonna use a single edge blade to cut it. After you've made all of the connections, then work your seam to the left and to the right. That's a single edge blade with which you want to cut your mural, especially as in this case, it's commercial vinyl. You won't be able to penetrate it as well with another knife. Plus, you will void more material, void, V-O-I-D, more material if you use a wider blade. Even the snap-off blades, they void a space that is greater than the little space that is voided with a single edge blade. So you work your seam to the left and to the right after you overlap your two sheets. And I do mean you want to push it out, work out the air, work out the excess paste. By the way, you only want to put a very thin layer of paste on the back of your wall covering. In this case, and in all of my murals, I do what's called a Velcro application of paste. I put paste on the wall, I wait till it dries, and then I paste the back of the wall covering. Once you get your seam established, then you push to the left and to the right with your smoother. If you come back to your seam, if you're honest, you'll see that your letters no longer match up perfectly. Why is that? Because you did a great job eliminating the space created by air and paste underneath the wall covering. And now it's time to come back to your seam. Since you did a great job, now you're ready for the final juncture, for the final pulling together of the left and the right. Once you know that's perfect, then you're ready to do your cut. But just because your seam matches up and your letters all match up at 10 o'clock, at 10:05, 5 minutes later, after you've pushed air and excess paste out of the way, you can be off up to 1/8 of an inch in some areas. Please come back and make it perfect. I'm just going back and forth, just pushing the edges down, just in case they're standing up proud. See, there's no heavy lifting to do here. All we have to do now is wipe it down.